Give thanks.
Thanks a lot, Ras Daan Jah, to make this interview come true and to tell us a bit more about your lifestyle called Rastafari.
No problem, my brother. I'm happy to be here with the eye. Even that I not like to do interviews, cause once it's available on public, some people will change I words and spreading propaganda and changing the things I said so that it becomes something I never said, you see. I know I and the I have a limited time only, so I will just keep it short. However, there is a lot more to say about Rastafari. I can keep talking for it the whole week non-stop.
Appreciate it. Or should I say appreciate love it like you do? First of all, tell us a bit about your lifestyle Rastafari.
I'm unhappy you call it a lifestyle and not a religion like some people do. I talked about it in my songs before, but no problem, I will tell the I again. The name comes from Rastafari Makonnen, also known as Haile Selassie I, the former king of Ethiopia. The lifestyle of a Rastafarian is based on humility and being polite. Rastafarian culture is about being in love with humanity and the planet. We call it Rastafari Levity.
Are there some rules you follow, like what do you eat and what you don't do or don't use?
Of course I eat ital food, fresh, organic from the field, without preservatives. Almost everything I eat I plant it myself, otherwise I buy it from a preferred farmer. I'm an organic farmer myself and I eat it natural as possible, without changing or adding anything. Physical activities are very important for recreation. Even just walking to the market to get some fresh air and meeting people. Going to bars or watching television, we call it television by the way, is not considered as constructive recreational activities. Hanging out at a bar is a dangerous pastime as fights and arguments can happen. There may also be a lot of negative conversations and curse words being used. What I want to stay away from as far as possible. We believe that television is a main method of spreading propaganda. It's also used to commercialize and deceive the populace.
Interesting. Tell me something about your dreadlocks. Is it necessary to have them as a Rasta? And what do they mean to you? And why do Rastas wear them?
Dreadlocks are everything to I. Living as a Nazarite, I should grow my hair without combing and cutting it. Rastafari believe in having uncut and uncombed facial hair. This is done as representations of the Most High Rastafari. This is seen as evidence that one has taken a Nazarite vow. When Rastafari was first established in Jamaica, not many Rastas wore dreadlocks at first. After King Selassie I defeated warlord Mussolini during the Ethiopian invasion, the Ethiopian soldier had dreadlocks by virtue of being committed to the battlefield so long. After this historical event, dreadlocks began to become more evident with the Rastafari culture. The dreadlocks are also a representation of an ascetic lifestyle, the science of renouncing oneself for greater spiritual cause. It's a Rastafari ritual to let one's hair grow naturally. Because I want to keep everything organic as possible. I wash my hair and my body with aloe vera fresh from the plant. I drink it too on almost a daily basis. It's Ayman only medicine, you see. Contrary to popular belief, having dreadlocks is not a must. But for I is a must. Most Rastas who do not have dreadlocks will eventually grow dreadlocks. Once they start to understand the intricacies of letting one's hair flow. Rastafari also understand that not everyone has the privilege to grow or lock their hair. This may be due to family, socio-economic or biological restrictions. Some people are bald from young age and can't grow locks their whole life.
Some people experience some problems with their dreadlocks before. Did you experience some problems or negativity before with your dreadlocks too?
Of course, some people put locks for fashion or some bad people like gangsters have them and they create the bad name for the Rastafari. We call them wolf in sheep clothing. To find a job is of course much more difficult with dreadlocks etc. People still treat you totally different if you have locks. I experienced a lot of problems too. People refuse to talk with I or going far away from I, even if I'm the most friendly person and respect everyone. They still treat I bad, and of course, much more. But if I have to tell it all, we will still be here next year, you see.
Yeah. Most people have the stereotypes in mind that all Rastafari are lazy and only marijuana smoking the whole day. Is it true?
Most Rastas are skinny or slim because they are constantly engaged in a lot of daily physical activities, such as work, farming, play, and commuting. Definitely not lazy. They are more active than 99% of the people out there. Some Rastafari have never smoked in their lives because they are aware of the dangers of any type of smoking. For example, I never smoked or used any cannabis before, because I'm aware of the danger and I don't need it because I'm already on a higher level with Jah. Ganja is not native to Jamaica. Ayman says that ganja only should be used in very small amounts, only to cure the body and to heal from sickness on a natural way. Rastafari are still not profiting from ganja and tourism. It's only going to the government and the politics. Think about that, Ayman tell the eye.
Rastafari were treated badly before and expelled sometimes. Does that still happen these days?
Of course, not on the same level as before, but yes, they are still expelled a lot. Racism is still there. Ayman fighting for equal rights, justice and unity. Apartheid is Nazism, you see. But racism is worse than ever before in my opinion. It just not get the attention as it was getting in the past. That's why some people think it's better these days. The social structure of the Rastafari lifestyle follows a strict protocol. It's very important that each person is treated equally. Rastas will have to treat a homeless person with the same respect that they would give to their own family. Knowledge is the key to set the people free, you see. Rastas constantly educate and train themselves in various disciplines. Even if the institutions belong to various religious movements or Babylon, it's very important so that each person will not fall in the trap of deception. For example, some Rastas will study law but refuse to practice law, for obvious reasons of course. Avoiding being misled is very important, since Babylon have a lot of wicked people seen.
That's very sad. My last question, I'm afraid. Do you have any future plans?
Ayman live from day to day in the present, but our biggest future plan is to repatriate or repatriate, like we seen, to Africa, the continent where we all came from. Heaven on earth. Zion, you see. That's where I belong and that's where I going to in the near future.
It's very interesting, and I would like to ask you a lot more and to talk with you much longer, but time is up. So I really want to thank you for this interview. It was very entertaining, and I wish you the best in the future.
Give thanks. My pleasure. Respect. Anytime. Jah Rastafari.